All right, it's Ahmer from Leapfrog Combat Media. I'm here with Elia. Elia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm
You're
okay.
Smiling already.
Yeah, always smiling.
You wouldn't think, innit, that you just finished a sparring session.
Yes, I did. It was
So
tough.
to all those people that sparred with her, I think you need to go harder on the next time.
No.
She shouldn't be smiling. You shouldn't
No,
be
me,
allowed.
please, no.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm a bit tired. You know, it's getting to the tough weeks of the fight camp. But I'm okay. Everything's all right.
So tell us about your next fight.
I'm fighting semi-amateur, A-class with elbow pads. Was it even A-class? Anyway, no shin pads, elbow pads. It's my first fight throwing some elbows. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit nervous, but we'll see. I think it'll be good.
Excellent. Excellent. Is there anything different you're doing in this fight camp compared to the last one?
I'm trying to fill in the gaps as to how to change things in regards to elbows coming into play. Apart from that, you know, my training regime is still the same. You know, I train about 6 days a week and dieting and all that stuff. But that's
How do you train for elbows? You know, like it's a bit hard to put that in sparring. I guess you can put the pads on, but it's really hard to kind of mimic what would happen in a fight.
It is. Because I could be like, oh yeah, I can throw an elbow there, and then I get punched, and I'm like, I guess no, that wasn't on. It's difficult. I'm having a hard time. Not gonna lie to you, I'm having a hard time.
But you love that challenge though, innit?
I do love a challenge. Prior to that, I think I've done a few sparring sessions with elbows and a few combos with elbows on the pads.
Yeah.
But now it's just something different, you know? Having a hard time, but I'm enjoying it at the same time, apart from when I get elbowed back.
Excellent, excellent. How did you feel your last fight went?
It was all right, you know? Azika, she's amazing, and now, you know, we're cool, we talk every once in a while, but I feel like I could have done more and I wasn't allowed to do more in the ring. Especially when we got into the clinching. It's just, I got broken up. We got broken up like right away. And I was like, but it's B class, you know, work into the clinch. But
She was quite active as well, wasn't
she was.
Really active the whole
She
way.
was very, she was quite active. But during that camp, I know I was working a lot on defending.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of that. I feel like I didn't do as much striking as I should have. But again, I wanted to like work in the clinch a bit more. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You
Yeah.
can do that on the next one.
Yeah, next one maybe. We'll see.
So tell us how it is, how your camp's gone, training's gone. Tell us what you've done to keep yourself busy over the New Year's. Have you just like taken a holiday, chilled out?
Oh, yes.
You've been training throughout?
After June, I trained here and there, not as much as I should have, to be fair. Went on holiday, went to Italy in August, so that was nice. Went to Paris in December to January, complete debauchery. I just ate and ate and ate, but it was nice because I was with my family, like my dad, my older brother, and my sister, which we haven't been together in over 10 years, I think.
Nice.
So it was nice to see them. So it was very a relaxed time, nothing, you know, I wasn't thinking about fighting. I was just enjoying my family, and I was with Silvano as well. And he didn't have as much as a great time because he doesn't speak French and he was a bit upset, but it's okay. But in between, I trained a little bit here and there, but I took time off because prior to the June fight, I think I fought in March as well. So basically I had been in camp from January until the fight of June, and I was just tired. I was tired, so I took a bit of a break.
Is this the first time where you fought before on the same show that Silvano's is fighting on?
No, we fought on Combat Fight, one of the show Combat Fight series, the one that happened in March last year, I think.
Yeah.
Is when I fought Lucy Turner. So I don't know. Yeah, it was March last year. And we fought on the same show. And we were both like, yeah, I don't think we should do that again. Here we are. Here we are. But it's all right, you know, it's okay. It's okay.
Does it make it like a little bit easier in the sense that you kind of, when you go through fight camp, you know, as you're kind of making weight, you're a bit grumpy,
Yeah.
right? So surely having, let's say, him go through the similar thing that you're going through, you kind of have a little bit more sympathy to each other.
There's a lot more understanding as opposed to him fighting and me not fighting and vice versa. Because although when we're not fighting, like if let's say he's fighting and I'm not fighting, I understand the moods and all that stuff, but it still kind of like pisses you off a little bit, like I'm not the one you're fighting and all that stuff, right? But when you're together and you're just both like a bit or a bit happy together, then it matches. It's good in that way,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we're just both miserable. So.
You got obviously a fight on the 25th of February, so it's quite early on in the year.
Yes.
Ideally, how many times would you like to fight in this year? If you can get opponents.
This year, if I can get opponents, I would definitely like to fight 3 times. So that way it's a bit, you know, fight in February and maybe another one in April or May, and then maybe another one in October, November. Like that way they're quite spaced out. That way I have a bit of a break in between so I can recharge and then re-go again.
Good. Do you have any preference for shows? Is there any like show that you want to fight on or one that you haven't fought on you'd like to maybe fight on?
I don't have any preference. As long as you find me an opponent, I'm fine. I'll fight wherever. No
See, like,
preference.
I've known you for a while, and that seems to be the biggest issue. It's just getting the opponents there.
Yeah. A lot of times there's like, oh, we got an opponent. Oh no. No, we got an opponent. Oh no. But
so like, from the outside, it does appear that there's a lot more female fighters in the sport now.
there is. I think so.
There was that show at Combat Fight Series in Bournemouth. There was quite a few talented fighters on there. 21st Century does put a few talented female fighters on there. But do you find that you're kind of in a box now where you're a little bit stuck? Whereas you're kind of considered like a veteran of the sport, right? Because you've been about for a while. But those fighters that are coming through don't really want to be matched up against you, maybe just yet.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, I think, because it's like there's only, as much as there's a lot of females, but there's only so many females for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And my weight category is not unpopular, 55 to 57, it's fine. But the girls maybe that came up as I was coming up as well are either not fighting anymore or maybe on their way out as well, or it's just, you know, it's not necessarily a priority anymore, which I fully understand at this point. But, you know, we'll see
Maybe
what
like
happens.
I said, sometimes it's a bit like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like, you know, if you don't get the opponents and you're training, then there must come a point like in your career where you think to yourself, you know what, like maybe I just need to step away.
Yes.
Still have Muay Thai as part of your life,
Yes.
but maybe not as a professional sense, because it's got to be draining. Because I've known in the past you've had fights pulled quite towards right the end.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got to be quite draining to go through fight camp, go through all of that, make all the sacrifices, and then there's not the reward at the end. Do you know what I mean? It's terms of the fight.
Yeah, I think after a while, after a bit, you have to sit down and reflect. It's like, okay, pros and cons. There's a lot more cons than pros, but we still do it.
But for now, you're still...
For now, I'm here 25th of February, I'm coming.
Excellent. Like I said, 21st Century, they do have a few female fighters on there, so hopefully I can get you matched again.
Yeah.
Because I work quite closely with David and Katie, they're good people, so they'll find you matches. And hopefully, you know, more female fighters will step
I
up.
hope so. Yeah. I saw the card, there's quite a few female matches actually. Yeah. We have 2 of our fighters, 3, but Yasmin, she's 15, I think, 15, she's matched. Celia as well is matched. So, and then there are other women fights outside of this. So I think that's really cool. That's really cool.
Do you think promoters in the UK maybe need to do a little bit more in terms of getting overseas fighters over? Because then that increases your pool. Because you know where you said you've got a small amount of fighters that you can actually probably fight. Do you feel maybe some of these promoters, if it's feasible, try to get a lot more international fighters over?
I mean, if it makes, I would fight, yeah. If it makes sense, I guess money-wise and all that business side of it, yes, definitely. I mean, I fought in Greece and in Czech Republic, and it's so cool, like, to fight people from, like, different background, countries, and I fought a German girl, I fought a Greek girl, I fought an Italian girl. I think it's nice. It's a really nice, it's a way of bonding in a weird way after the fight, after you hit each other and all that stuff. So yeah, having international fights, it will good. I think it'll bring a bit more exposure to the sport as well.
I think at your level, that's kind of needed a little bit. I'm seeing that from my side. I feel that's a little bit needed because you're right, there's not as many fights out there. And some of the girls that maybe at your weight category, I think are reluctant to fight you. So maybe some international opponents, you know what I mean? Maybe possible.
Get them over here.
Wicked. Who's helped you? Who's helped you out over the last kind of couple of months? Who's helped you train?
I have obviously my coach crew. Karen has helped me a bit as well. Celia, she's, we're always like partners.
Really good, Celia,
she's become really, really good, really tough girl. We both have our mental breakdowns together. It's great. Obviously, Silvano also is in my ear a lot, when I'm a bit down and depressed and whatnot. And yeah, and I do a bit of training at Fight City Gym as well sometimes, because I teach some classes there, so I get to work out, I do some of my strength and conditioning and then speak to all the people there. And so quite a lot of people actually have helped me.
It's just like, if we take a look back from when you started out to now, how much of a different fighter have you become now? How much have you learned?
Oh, so much. I used to always be scared. I'm still quite nervous, scared to the verge of tears, and now it doesn't happen anymore. I'm just like, all right, cool. It's let's go, let's do it. I think also in aspects of my life, I'm a lot stronger. And I was always, I wasn't a little punk or anything, but I'm a lot stronger. I have a lot more, I stand up for myself a bit more as opposed to taking it and not saying anything. My body composition is different as well, I'm not a little chubby girl anymore. I have some muscles, so that's good. And you make a lot of friends. You meet a lot of different people, all walks of life, and it's so cool, I think,
so
in this
before
sport.
we end the interview, I want to ask you a question, because obviously, like you just said, you go around to a lot of shows, you go around to a lot of gyms and so on. What fighter is it right now? And I'm talking about like the really famous ones.
Yeah.
What fighters have you seen in the shows that you have been to that you think, this person's going to be a star in the future?
Really?
Do you have someone?
Ooh. A person, a fighter. Let me think back of what the shows I've gone to this year or last year.
Maybe we could watch it on YouTube or something.
Last year.
That's easy.
Yeah. So let's say the last one I won was on Combat Fight Series, right? Rion did very well on that show.
Yeah.
He did very well. Tom Kirk stood out as well because he fought a guy from House of Pain.
Baza,
Yes. And I think that guy had a lot more pro experience than Tom Kirk. And Tom Kirk was just relentless. So I think he has something to prove and something to show and a lot of growing to do. And who else?
Female, choose a female.
Female was. Do you know who I really liked?
Go on.
I liked the girl that fought Bernice, the Italian girl.
Oh yes.
That was a very, very, I don't know her name. And I went and I looked her up after, and her record was not, she doesn't have a massive record. I think she had something like 15 fights or something like that. And that fight was really good, and I really like her.
Yeah, definitely. She was good. She was decent.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Yeah.
Good choices. So, what about this gym? Who in this gym should we keep an eye out for?
Celia, definitely. She's a beast. She's a little beast. She's becoming annoying to spar with. When she first started, I was like, it's all right, I'll beat up a little bit. Now I have to be on my toes a lot more.
Do you think the last fight kind of got something out of her a little bit? Because, I've not watched many times she's fought, but I feel like she went to that fight a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But she did so well.
Yeah.
She did really, really well.
I think she could have. So she could have won that fight, but obviously everybody goes through different things. She could have, but she's she's on a different path now, and she's amazing. Like, she's doing her master's in like psychology at the same time as training and teaching and working. So, but she has a lot of grit, and she works very, very, very hard. And I have a lot of time for Celia.
See, it's funny, isn't it? Like, I get to speak to loads of different fighters, and the funny thing is that the fights that they lose, right, is the one that motivates them the most. And not because like, I now want to win. It's not that. It's the fact that in their head, when they go into these fights, they have like a belief that this is like too much for us. Like, this is like, well, the dream or whatever, like we can't achieve it. But when they go in and they have the fight, the end of it, win or lose, it's like, you know what, we can do this.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. It's that mentality changes. Like, no, actually, you know what, we went in, we didn't get the win, but we can do this. We can mix at this level. And it's that mentality. As soon as they get that realization, they upgrade their fights. Because she looked good in terms of now, she looks relaxed. Seen her at shows as well, so I'm actually quite excited to see her fight.
Yeah, me
Definitely,
too.
yeah.
I know she's going to do well anyway.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of time for Celia, and she just wants to get matched. She hasn't been matched since June. Since June. I wasn't matched since June because it was by choice. I didn't want to fight, but she was like, I want to fight. And there was no girls for her. But yeah,
that's the saddest part of the sport for me, isn't it? You know, when you got fighters that want to fight, they just want to fight. And they need to get that experience, because that's one thing that you can't fake. Like, you can come into the gym and you can train and do your conditioning, and it'll be maybe similar to other gyms and so on. But it's that fight experience you can't replicate. You have to clock those fights in. And it's kind of sad sometimes, like when you get talented fighters that just don't get that opportunity.
Yeah, you see it a lot.
So hopefully, I mean, there's a lot more shows this year.
Yes.
I think we briefly talked about the Hitman League, MTGP, all of these shows. And they are all putting on female fights as well. So hopefully that will give a big boost to the sport. Get you matched on one of those, isn't it?
I know.
Before we end it, you want to shout anyone out?
No, I'm just going to shout out myself with this one, I'm joking. Shout out everyone at SN Combat, and Silvano, and just everybody.
Just to say, right, when she was supposed to say what fighter that she was looking into, Silvano didn't come in the mix there, right?
I know. I'm sorry,
Silvano.
Silvano.
On the internet,
You definitely have to watch out for him as well, He's gonna.
It's too late. It's too late. It's gone.
I feel like it'll be a bit of nepotism type of thing if I said that,
No. I'm just teasing.
Just, all my friends and family, they're always very understanding of what I do, and it's nice to have some support, not necessarily like, oh, here's someone new, some this, just some encouragement. That's it. Yeah.
You're always a joy to watch, Elia. Looking forward to the 25th. It's going to be fun. It's going to come around so quick.
I think so too.
Hopefully a few more big fights.
Yeah. Oh, and also Silvano's fighting Tom Kirk. Oh my God.
I swear to God, right? Yeah, and he's the one that you said watch out for.
I know.
Jeez, you didn't think this through.
No, I didn't think it through. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's too funny.
It's gonna kill me.
It's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's not specifically to that fight. I think it's the generic. So I'm trying to save you here.
Yeah.
It's the generic growth of Tom Kirk. He's a really good guy as well, Tom Kirk. I love him. He's such a cool guy. Let's end it now. Before
I say something, anything may worse.
Somebody else in trouble. Yeah. Elia, it was a pleasure.
Thank
Take care
you.
of yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.